The beef between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B didn't just appear overnight. It was a slow burn, simmering beneath the surface of the hip-hop world, long before it exploded into the public eye. This has been brewing for years, ever since Cardi's Bodak Yellow shot her to the top of the charts and made her a household name almost overnight. For a long time, Nicki was the undisputed queen, dominating the rap game with hit after hit. But suddenly, there was competition. Someone new, bold, and unapologetic. The media fueled the fire, constantly asking, "Who's the real queen of rap?" Headlines pitted them against each other, and every interview seemed to add more fuel to the flames. At first, Nicki and Cardi tried to play nice. Public congratulations, polite smiles, and even a few friendly words exchanged at industry events. But the tension was obvious, like two divas fighting for one spotlight. Every shared stage or red carpet moment was thick with unspoken rivalry. Subliminal disses started popping up in their songs, and fans became amateur detectives, dissecting every lyric, every Instagram post, searching for hidden messages. Things escalated at the Harper's Bazaar party in 2018. A shoe was thrown, Cardi left with a lump, and security had to intervene. The world watched in shock as the feud turned physical. That's when it became clear. This wasn't friendly competition, it was personal. The gloves were off, and there was no turning back. Cardi accused Nicki of talking about her child, a line you don't cross in any world, let alone hip-hop. Nicki denied it, but the damage was done. The feud was real, and the trust between them was shattered. After that, things went quiet. Both focused on their careers and families, pouring their energy into music and motherhood, trying to move forward. It looked like they'd moved on. But with egos this big and fan bases this passionate, peace was never going to last forever. All it took was one spark, one comment, one post, one rumor, to reignite the drama and bring everything back to the surface. And that's exactly what happened. The world was ready for the next chapter. The stage was set for round 2, with even higher stakes and more eyes watching than ever before. The world was watching, waiting for the next move, as every tweet and every song became a potential battleground. In the world of hip-hop, rivalries like this are never really over. They become part of the culture, legends passed down and debated for years. The question wasn't if, but when, things would explode again. Everyone knew it was only a matter of time, and when they did, it was bigger than ever, louder, messier, and impossible to ignore. Let's see how it all came crashing back, shaking the industry to its core. The rivalry was about to get a whole lot messier, and the world was ready for the chaos. What brought the drama back? Success. Not just any success, but the kind that makes headlines and turns heads across the entire music industry. Cardi B dropped her album, and it shot straight to #1, dominating the charts from the moment it was released. The numbers were massive, record-breaking streams, huge sales, and a wave of new fans joining the party. Cardi was everywhere, celebrating her win, soaking in the spotlight, and sharing her joy with the world. But Nicki Minaj, the reigning queen, stayed silent. No interviews, no tweets, just a cool, calculated quiet. No congratulations, no public comment, just silence. Fans noticed and the tension started to build. Then, Nicki started posting cryptic tweets about chart manipulation and buying success, hinting at industry games. She never named Cardi, but everyone knew who she meant. The shade was impossible to miss. It was a classic subtweet, casting doubt on Cardi's achievement and stirring up controversy. The internet exploded with speculation. Fans and blogs dissected every word, searching for hidden meanings. Cardi, never one to back down, saw the shade and wasn't having it. She made it clear she wouldn't let anyone question her grind. She's proud of her journey and fiercely protective of her success, knowing how hard she worked to get here. When Nicki questioned the legitimacy of her album, Cardi was ready to respond, firing back with her own words. The spark had been lit, and the tension was now out in the open. The feud was back, and this time, it was public. Everyone was watching, waiting for the next move. Fans picked sides, the media ran wild, and the tension was thicker than ever. Social feeds were flooded with hot takes. Nicki's silence spoke volumes, and her tweets only fueled the fire, making the drama impossible to ignore. Cardi's celebration was now overshadowed by controversy, her big moment tangled in online debate. The stage was set for a social media showdown, with millions waiting for the next twist. The world was watching, and neither was backing down. The stakes had never been higher. The next move would change everything, and the battle lines were drawn for all to see. Twitter became the battleground, a digital arena where every word could spark a wildfire. The world watched as timelines filled with tension, and fans braced themselves for what was coming. Nicki's tweets about payola and bots were thinly veiled attacks, each one more pointed than the last. She never mentioned names, but everyone knew who she meant. Cardi responded with a video, laughing and thanking her fans, taking the high road, at first. Her calm demeanor only fueled speculation, and fans dissected every word for hidden meaning. But as Nicki's tweets got more pointed, Cardi's patience snapped. The tension was impossible to ignore, and the energy online shifted. She posted her streaming numbers saying, "Numbers don't lie." It was a bold move, a public flex meant to silence her critics and prove her dominance. Nicki fired back, questioning Cardi's writing credits and calling her a fraud. The accusations stung, and the feud escalated with every tweet. The back and forth got uglier, with accusations flying and tweets being deleted almost as fast as they were posted. Screens lit up with drama, and no one wanted to miss a second. Fans screenshotted everything, making sure nothing was lost. The chaos was addictive, and every update felt like a new episode in a never-ending saga. Both tried to control the narrative, but only added fuel to the fire. Their every move was analyzed, debated, and shared across the internet. The drama was everywhere: blogs, news, social media. It was impossible to escape, and everyone had an opinion. It was no longer about music. It was about pride, respect, and reputation. The stakes had never been higher. The feud had reached a boiling point, with emotions running high and no sign of backing down. Every post was a new attack, every response a counterstrike. The digital war zone was relentless. The world watched as two icons battled for the crown, their every move dissected in real time by millions. The gloves were off, and there was no turning back. The rivalry had become personal, and everyone could feel it. The internet had never seen anything like it. The war was on, and the world was watching every second. For Nicki, this was about respect and legacy. She paved the way for female rappers and wants her contributions recognized. Nicki's argument: her success is organic, earned through talent and hard work. She posted stats: 10 years at the top, no gimmicks, just talent. Nicki accused Cardi's team of inflating numbers and buying streams. She called herself the standard, the one who set the bar. The Barbs, her loyal fanbase, rallied to defend her. Nicki framed it as a battle for hip-hop's soul, real talent versus social media hype. She believes she faces more scrutiny than Cardi, who gets a pass from the industry. For Nicki, this wasn't just jealousy, it was about fairness. She demanded everyone be held to the same high standard. The feud became a fight for respect, not just chart positions. In Nicki's eyes, she's protecting her legacy. And she's not backing down. Now Cardi's side. Being called a cheater hit hard. Her brand is authenticity. Cardi's response: "Why can't you let me be great? There's room for more than one." She accused Nicki of trying to sabotage her success out of fear. Cardi addressed ghostwriter rumors, saying collaboration is normal now. She flipped the script: "At least I'm honest about it." Cardi argued the old rules don't apply. She's part of a new generation. Her message: "Look at the scoreboard. The public has spoken." She used her album title as a clapback. Am I the drama, or are you? Cardi positioned herself as the unbothered queen, but she was ready to fight. She refused to let Nicki define her victory. The battle lines were clear. This is where things got ugly. The feud crossed from music to personal attacks. Nicki made a jab at Cardi's husband Offset, referencing cheating rumors. Cardi retaliated, bringing up Nicki's husband's criminal record. Screenshots, court documents, nothing was off limits. The internet went wild as the fight turned nuclear. Then, the children got dragged in. Cardi accused Nicki of liking tweets about her daughter. Nicki said Cardi's fans threatened her family. The feud lost all perspective. Innocent families became collateral damage. Apologies for chart dissies are one thing, but family attacks are permanent. The disrespect was deep, the wounds lasting. The feud stopped being about music. It was about who could hurt the other more. Entertainment turned to pain. The world watched as two icons tore each other down. There was no going back. The rivalry had become personal, and the damage was done. The line had been crossed. The feud would never be the same. With the queens at war, their fan armies mobilized. The Barbs and Barney gang became digital soldiers, fighting on every platform. The Barbs dug up old dirt on Cardi, trended hashtags, and mass-reported her posts. The Barney gang hit back, exposing Nicki's controversies and defending Cardi's success with data. Memes, rumors, and infographics flooded the internet. The fan war made everything more toxic. Doxing, threats, and harassment became common. Even celebrities and media got caught in the crossfire. You had to pick a side or stay silent. It was a civil war in pop culture. The feud was no longer just about Nicki and Cardi. The fans kept the fire burning, making peace impossible. The internet had never seen a fan war this intense. The battle lines were everywhere. The rivalry had become a movement. By October 2025, the open warfare cooled. The nastiest tweets were deleted, the rants stopped, but the feud just went underground, a cold war. Subtle shots replaced direct attacks. Nicki posts a throne pic. There can only be one. Cardi posts a jet video. Unbothered and booked. Fans decode every lyric, every caption, every like. The Barbs and Barney gang keep fighting in the comments and group chats. No peace treaty in sight. The rivalry is now the new normal. Competing releases, subliminal disses, and endless speculation. The damage is permanent. Nicki versus Cardi, forever rivals. Why does this matter? It's more than just celebrity drama. This feud exposes hip-hop's old rule, only one top female rapper at a time. Cardi's rise challenged that, and the industry couldn't handle it. The media and fans pit women against each other, fueling toxic rivalries. Social media turns competition into spectacle, with real-world consequences. Fan armies escalate everything, making peace impossible. This is a cautionary tale about stan culture and the pressures on black women in music. The feud will be remembered like Biggie versus Tupac, a cultural moment. It's shaped conversations about competition, femininity, and race. The legacy is complicated. Two icons at the top, unable to share the view. In the end, it's a story of talent, ambition, and the cost of the crown. The world watched and learned. And that's the tea.